You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Folks, there were a number of speeches that took place on the floor. In fact, let's do this here. Let's play the speech by Congressman Jim Clyburn, what he had to say today on the House floor regarding impeaching Donald Trump.
Today, we must do our constitutional duty once again. While the president failed in his attempt to upend our democracy last Wednesday's events make clear that if we do not hold him accountable and remove him from power, a future attempt could very well be successful. The survival of our democracy depends on defeated candidates accepting their defeats, as has been the case in every presidential election since 1864. Our January 6th joint session is a vital part of the transfer of power, not the contest for power. Vice President Gore understood this, accepting and certifying the 2000 election result in which he was defeated. Vice President Biden understood this, accepted and certifying this president's victory in the 2016 election. This president's refusal to participate in the peaceful transfer of power and his role in the inciting of the last week's violence pose an existential threat to our constitutional democracy. This threat must be extinguished immediately. This president must be impeached and convicted, and he must be prevented from ever attempting to seize power again. With that, I'll yield back.
Gentleman,
Congressman Cedric Richmond of New Orleans, who will be leaving the House to go work for the White House under Joe Biden, made it perfectly clear that this is why he was impeached the first time. The Republicans said, no, nothing bad is going to happen. He's going to learn his lesson. He didn't.
I rise today in my last floor speech in this body to do what I was sworn to do on the first day, to protect and defend the Constitution. President Trump put the domestic terrorists on notice by saying, stand back and stand by. He then summoned them to D.C., directed them to march on the Capitol, and then he sat back and watched the insurrection. Some of my colleagues, some of which may well be co-conspirators, in their latest attempt to placate and please this unfit president, suggest that we shouldn't punish Trump for his actions in order to unify the country. That is the climax of foolishness. Let me suggest to them, stand up, man up, woman up, and defend this Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic, including Donald J. Trump. In the first impeachment, Republicans said we didn't need to impeach him because he learned his lesson, so no need to remove him. Well, we said if we didn't remove him, he would do it again.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Simply put, we told you so.
The gentleman's time has expired.
Richmond out.
Simply put, we told you so, Robert.
You're absolutely correct. And let's just think about it this way. If Vladimir Putin did identify Donald Trump 4 to 5 years ago or 6 years ago and decide to help him run for office, his investment paid off 3 to 1 because they have exposed every weakness in the American political system. They've exposed our weakness to demagoguery, our weakness to fake news, our weakness when it comes to checks and balances in the United States system, understanding how weak and impotent the Congress of the United States is to regulate the president. The Congress is ceded over its power of the purse strings in many ways to the presidency. It's ceded over its national security power to make and declare war to the executive branch. So in many ways, what we are seeing and what we've seen on the international stage is the diminution of the American influence overseas, and in many ways is looking as if this century is going to be a Chinese century, not an American century, because there's no way for our allies to believe that America has a political system that will be stable. There's no way for the economic markets to believe that the dollar similar will be able to sustain a Don Jr. run in 2024 or 2028 or 22, or Ivanka presidency in the 2040s. If you're our ally in the international markets, how would you believe that America would have the power to stand up to that? And frankly, we are at a place now where we may be getting close to a convention of the states, because we have to be able to reform our Constitution, amend it to put guardrails in place to prevent the next Donald Trump from happening, because around every corner there will be a Donald Trump generation rising up, and that is what America will be facing over the next half century. So if this is what Vladimir Putin paid for, he got his money back, 3-1. He might as well go play the Mega Millions or the Powerball, because it worked out great for him.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.